draft here now. See what these bans will be. I'm expecting bot lane bans from Miracle, but definitely no Vygar bans will help.
I can't imagine that. The Thresh was the first ban that they did before, so it looks like that is going to be their first ban here. Now it's up to CCG to decide what they don't want. It looks like J4 is where they started. The last first ban phase coming out of CCG was J4, Varus, and Gragas. So there's also the chance that CCG doesn't ban the Gragas this time, maybe tries to snag it for themselves, as we've seen a lot of really good stuff from DMK on that. The Olaf, though, already being covered as a respect ban there.
Yeah, and that will take this away from Quacker. So maybe we get to see the Quacker Gwen like we were talking about. That could be super cool for them here. We'll see if that Varus ban goes away again. The Sejuani hovered here for a little bit, not wanting to give that away. Blue side first pick. It's a good, solid blue side first pick to build a comp around as well.
Yeah, and actually, first ban phase for Miracle on the red side was Thresh, Veigar, and Sejuani. So that Ashe is going to also be respect banned away. So that's Miracle saying we don't want to deal with either of those. Again, good call. I like the Ashe ban. CCG, we'll see if they continue with that Gragas. I like leaving the Gragas open. I would rather see them ban out like the Varus again, for instance, though I don't really think that that's going to be a first pick for them. So we'll have to see how they go. And it is, once again, the hover on that Gragas.
Yeah, they take the Gragas away. No blue side first pick Gragas for them. No big flex picks. It's a good ban. I mean, Gragas is a really strong champion, man, right now. And Hyphy wants that Rakan. Again, I guess that's going to be the pick for them here. And that's going to be super strong. We just answer back Xayah. Yeah, give me the Xayah.
Right? I feel like, all right, first pick, like, especially if you have, a sub in place, like, I get it. But when you pick a Rakan, that's an engagey type of team probably that you're focusing on, right? You kind of already show your hand a little bit if you decide to go with that. Of course, I don't think they're going to make their composition around this support just because they are stepping in, a jungler sub. But I like this hover. I really do like that. Nautilus was something I mentioned a little bit earlier, has gotten the recent buffs. And so would be a solid lock-in to get some extra crowd control down. And that is what they're going to do. We got a Xayah, not bottom lane. Hey, now I get to cheer the Xayah on.
Yeah, right? It's hype, but looking forward to it. I like the Nautilus pickup as well. I think Nautilus is a really cool champion, so that'll be fun for them. Really nice engage tools for them as well. Lots of safety down the bot lane, so difficult getting for Rapid to get down there. Rapid was down the bot lane several times last game, even though that was kind of one of the safer lanes. Was not able to get a ton of value, but picked up a kill or two here or there. With I think he killed Yama once in lane. There. So we got the Ezreal coming through for last dance. We'll see if they pick up a jungler here for the last pick in this rotation.
Yeah, jungler would definitely be a smart move just because that second ban phase have a lot of options to be banned away. Are we going to see a run back of the Aurelion Soul?
Who wants the Aurelion?
It didn't work out very well at any point, unfortunately, in that last game. I got to say the Orianna was fantastic as a matchup into that. So, yeah, here's the choice for CCG. Do you just run back the Orianna, lock that one in, and then let DMK just kind of take pick of the litter? I agree. And that means the Miracle should likely ban out. I mean, if it's not two jungles, then definitely another top laner that they're really worried about here. But that's the other side of it. Quacker, he's got such a deep champion pool, right? Like, can you ban enough away to actually make an impact from either of these players? I don't know.
And the answer for me is definitely not, right? I mean, Quacker, there's just always another pick for him here. They're going to ban away the junglers for Rapid, make his life super difficult, but what will they ban into Quacker? Will they take away the Gwen? Will they take away the Darius? Who knows, man? All kinds of picks you could take away from. We might actually force Quacker back onto a champion that perhaps maybe not as many hours as you alluded to. Jolly, he potentially has on. So the Gwen ban going to come through there. Potentially the Darius as well. We will have to see, but coming through in a little bit, I think this is the Wukong ban should be as well.
Yeah, keep that mobility away from Rapid. That was one that was also banned out last time, but that was done. Oh no, it was done as a final ban from CCG. So making sure that Vi and Wukong are not available, and that's good for CCG moving forward. They are more than okay with pick of the litter, like I was saying, for that jungle. So it is going to be the Vi, it is going to be the Wukong, and now we'll have to see, does Miracle ban out one more top laner potentially? And there's the Darius that you were talking about, who's incredibly strong. We've seen Quacker pop off on it before. Not a bad choice, and that is going to be their lock.
So this is every champion we've seen Quacker on so far is now banned. So we will have to see him pick up something new. And if anybody can do it, it's Quacker. So I have ultimate belief in him. We'll be able to Lee Sin locked in there on the jungle position for DMK once again. I liked the Gragas last week, but I'm liking the Lee Sin a lot more. Just based off the one game result, he seems like a really good Lee Sin player, so we like to see it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been around DMK a lot. I've been around DMK a lot, and yeah, they are gonna lock in the Udyr, and this is, I mean, like I said, as soon as I saw Lee Sin come up, I'm like, that's a DMK special, right? If DMK is feeling good, he's running that Lee Sin. And yeah, the Gragas has been good, right? It's a safer pick at the end of the day, but with already having like the Nautilus locked in, you know, if you get somebody that's semi-tanky towards the top side, you're going to be good. It's a Gnar that's actually selected, and Gnar was hovered by Miracle in the last game. So there was the potential for that Gnar to be locked in. This is clearly something that Barrick is looking forward to utilizing, but now you get the counter pick ability coming out of CCG, and they're teasing us. They're teasing us.
They think we're fools.
They're teasing us.
Or maybe Quacker is teasing them. I don't know. I would love to see him lock Teemo, actually. I think that'd be pretty fun. But
yeah, it would be fun, but I need more. Yep, I need more frontline. That is, yeah, the Teemo fun, I guess. Yeah, not really. I mean, fun, I guess. But no, this is specifically what I was saying. Remember, I said for the top lane, you get just a little bit more, like a little bit of tankiness. You want a bunch of damage. So, you know, somebody equivalent to like the Gwen, who was banned away. And I like it. It's the Renekton pick up there. So that Dominus is going to come into play pretty early on. We'll have to see how he fares up against this Gnar, who can really struggle against a Renekton, especially after, you know, level 3 is hit. Once you have that slice and dice and you're able to get locked down, if you can't get to Mega Gnar status, you might be locked down for good.
No, you're definitely locked down for good. And lots of nice scaling on the side of Miracle. If they can get into the late game, I think they'll have a pretty good time. But for CCG here, yeah, big team fight ultimates. Really big potential for lots of AoE damage as well. And I like the skirmishes from CCG as well. We already seen Yunbi, Ariandel, the Orianna versus the Aurelion Soul. And I think the biggest takeaway from that matchup was that Yunbi was out-rotating the Aurelion from time to time to get the 3v3s down. The big triple kill top side for Quacker last game was off of that Yunbi rotation, right? And if you can make plays like that into a champion who should, in my opinion, be out-rotating you, I think this one's in the bag for CCG. That's going to be my call out.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this one too. I really like the composition that's been built up here. I mean, with how Quacker popped off in the last game, you've got the run back for DMK, for Yunbi, and then, I mean, Stuffasage and Yama, now they've got even more lockdown, even more initiation possible. So we'll have to see, but I think we are going to take another quick break before hopping into this next game. So we'll give you guys a couple minutes to go get some drinks, go get some snacks, get some rehydration. Take your bathroom break now if you need to, because this one is going to be another banger. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more NACL.
Nailed it.
Hey, we are live. Let's do this. Game number 2, Miracle this time on the blue side, CCG on the red side, sitting at 1-0. Maybe looking to go 2-0 here today, Axeman.
It could be. It could be a quick 2-0. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind a quick 2-0, but game 3, I got to enter that raffle and trying to get that that skin. I need another shot at the skin, and I'm not going to get it without the game 3. So either way, I'm good for sure. We got the big pull down bot side. Yama looking for the hook, but he's not going to find it, unfortunately. Oh, no, they continue. They might find the hook. Oh, no, it's Hypey in danger. The hook comes sword.
Very close. I do like this is the second time in a row now. CCG is like, all right, let's send 5-man bot. Let's just take a quick look. And if we can get something, we'll get something. If not, we reset.
Sometimes it works, right? And if it works once, it might as well work 100% of the time for the amount of times you're going to try and go for it, right? Yama just staring him down, man. I love the death stare from this guy, whether it's on Blitzcrank, Thresh, whatever he's going for. He just kind of looks at you, right? And the hook comes out of nowhere, and he'll do the exact same thing here on Nautilus.
Yep, and this is one too where, you know, it's a good pickup for the Ezreal here. You've got the shift to be able to get out, right? And you do need a little bit of that survivability. You need to wait until Udyr is able to get there for you. But the concern is for Hyphy. If Hyphy gets hooked by Yama, I mean, you've got that double CC layer down, and then if Sophist Sage is able to, after level 2, of course, be able to get the Blade Collar pullback, that could be a pretty rough start here for Miracle. He's not going to go in just yet, though. He's just going to assist Sophist Sage and trying to pick up the CS and get a little bit of pressure on the lane.
Yeah, and they have tons of pressure coming up here. Yama's totally zoning them off of the wave. Got big trades in the mid lane here. We saw this in game 1. Yunbi just with the fat trades.
Good response, though, from Ariandel. I will say beforehand, the trades were almost entirely in favor of Yunbi for the early parts of the game. Ariandel is recognizing, all right, I need to get more autos off. I need to poke some more damage at Yunbi if I can. And there we go. They're going to be capable of doing that and still having quite a bit of mana in their pockets. So any one of these could be the first to go down, and it is feeling likely that maybe DMK or Rapid are going to navigate their way to the mid lane just because of how much opportunity we can see there.
Yeah, and there has been quite a bit of opportunity indeed. Barrick, a little bit of the trades top side. That range matchup not doing too well for Quacker, but he's still in it, folks. You don't want to call it just yet. They push the wave up under the turret. Now down the bot lane, taking the CS advantage. It's a jungler path top there for Rapid.
Path to top. Now, yep, we see DMK and Yama both navigating their way towards mid, and they're going to take towards the Raptor pit here so that they can get a good angle. And the lockdown on Ariandel. Oh my God, no!
Whoa.
He just needed, the crazy part about that is if he had flashed and just autoed, he could have got the passive down. I think he was close enough to auto, but instead threw out the dredge line, and unfortunately it didn't hit. So that is a flash down for Yama, and no first blood for Yunbi, unfortunately.
You saw Ariandel have this moment of panic, like I'm dead, and then like, oh no, I'm good, never mind.
Yeah, well, let's see if Quacker can at least deal enough damage to Barrick, and it's not going to be enough. We saw Quacker already use the flash there, so that is going to be first blood going over to Miracle this time, and it's Rapid who finds early acceleration.
Nice. Udyr all powered up here. We're going to see, oh, yeah. Yeah, Ariandel just over the wall. He's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. He takes the reset coming through here. But yeah, that was such a weird play. Yama flashing forward, missing the hook. Ariandel kind of standing there awkwardly for a second and then flashing away.
Yeah, there was that moment of clarity of, oh, I'm good. I didn't get hit.
Good?
Flashes
I'm
out.
okay.
All right, we're good. And you know what? In that instance, flash for flash, definitely worth it. This is a situation now where Yunbi has flash and TP. Ariandel just TP back. We've got the reset now coming out of Yunbi. So TP likely going to go down here, but the flash advantage is currently held by CCG.
It certainly is. Quacker with another fight. Barrick going to take that with the range advantage is pretty big for him here so far. You need DMK up top side for the 2v1 if you want to try and get onto the Gnar. But the Lee Sin has been pathing bot for the whole game, trying to get that nice little hook, the arcane shift.
Yeah, a little bit of a buffer there And that's the thing that you know, you got to watch out for if you are this Nautilus. You don't want to hook the Ezreal. You want to get the hook on Hyphy. You want to force back Ezreal, basically. And it looks like we've got Rapid going in hard here onto Quacker. Barrick, of course, in the wings there. Isn't close to Meganar. Quacker throws out the thumbs up, says, ha, nice try. Wasted time. Rapid just trying to get a little bit more, though. Hey, you know what? They already got one kill on the top. Might as well give it a second shot.
Yeah, give it a little second shot through there. Yunbi, no ultimate yet, no level 6 for anybody on Summoner's Rift. But it's coming up soon. Dragon going down to CCG. They pick up the first game. Dragon stacking was huge for them in game 1. It could be huge for them in game 2.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Dragon stacking is always huge, right? Especially when you got a dragon on the opposite team. You just don't want to let that happen. Luckily, it's not a Shyvana, right? So it's not as important in terms of the dragon stacking for that enemy team. But it is going to give them a little bit of a benefit here and sort of catch them back up in terms of CS. We'll have to see who hits 6 here first. It is Quacker, just a little bit ahead in terms of experience over Barrick.
Yeah, just a little bit here. He's stuck through the lane just a little bit longer, and he's doing okay. Level 6 mid lane. It's good. So Shockwave up. I'm expecting, yeah, DMK pathing up topside wants to start playing around his solo laners now that they have the ultimate ability. And they'll look to play for Rift Herald here in 1 minute and 30 seconds as well.
Yeah, and that Dominus is huge when it comes to fighting around the Rift Herald, just being able to sustain, especially when you got somebody like that Nar who's working on getting to Mega Form. Already a lot of damage that Quacker is able to provide. Kind of walked back there for maybe one more auto, decided against it. Barrick taking quite a few autos here, building up that rage bar, but not enough to scare Quacker off.
No, not quite enough at all there. What's going on down here? Ezreal's laying down the damage. We see Ariandel moving down here as well. The rotation.
Yeah, Yama didn't want to take the hook there because it was on to Last Dance. So good good positioning there coming out of Miracle's bottom lane.
Yeah, good stuff for him so far. Like we said, a much slower game than game 1, right? Not as many kills.
Yeah. Blade, that was a great Blade Caller Suffolk Sage got. Last Dance actually just walked a little bit too far forward. We didn't really see it. I saw the animation start. There's the Shockwave, though, because
nice
DMK is on his way, but he can't get into the fight quickly enough. And Ariandel once again gets out alive.
He's going to escape for the time being. Oh, no, DMK!
You don't want to be there. Oh, Hyphy has to flash over. There was no ward hop available there for DMK, having just thrown one down and used it. But you're still scared. You still got to be scared. DMK making waves.
Yeah, if you had to flash the wall there to get away, right? And so that's a good play for DMK, making plays around the bottom side of the map. Like to see them rotate up top side here a little bit, but Yunbi's a little bit low. That might be Miracle. Yeah, Quacker's walking down. We'll see if they can stop this. I don't think they have time.
He burned the Dominus. He doesn't go in for that Rift Herald, though. Rapid is going to get jumped on. He's able to pick it up, but he loses his life in the process, and now the kills are evened out.
Yeah, it's evened right out, and that kill does go down onto Yunbi, so great gold injection there for him to try and get to that mythic item, that first mythic item. And they'll be blown up there in the mid lane. The CS advantage for Yunbi starting to mount as well. But slower game, less to talk about. Both objectives going to go down, split across the Rift. The Rift Herald going down to Miracle.
Oh, there it is.
Great
DMK
kick.
Goes in, kicked once again. That's the DMK way, right? You come up behind, you kick them out of their own tower, and you just feed the kill over to the mid laner. Yunbi is very happy, and we'll be able to get a plate off of that one, but has to be careful because Rapid is right here in the wings, but so is Yama. Can they get the dredge line? This time they're not going to actually go in for it, and that dragon kick isn't going to hit it.
Yeah, not going to hit that time. There's no mana on Yunbi, so not much he could do to help out there. Quacker's getting just absolutely destroyed by this range. He's going to flash forward. Wow. So aggressive.
Very aggressive. That's kind of what we've gotten to expect now at this point, though.
Oh, yeah.
The gold lead has switched back over to being in favor of CCG. It was Miracle that held that towards the beginning, having that first blood, but Now with the dragon being picked up there, Rift Herald did go over. Look at Yama taking a lot of damage, but it's still not enough to really make a difference here. Yama does not have level 6 yet, so keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, level 6 would have spelled doom for Last Dance in the last play, but the hook doesn't connect and no ultimate ability. He does have 6 now, though, so could potentially go for a play as he has the ultimate in hand. Yunbi does not have Shockwave, but he's going to lay down plenty of damage into Ariandel. That call ticking down as well here for Selfish Sage. Should have that one up in the next few waves.
Yeah, really good job again by Selfish Sage to make up for the roam that Yama has been able to complete. You know what? We've had some missed hooks. That's okay. It's still been a good presence that Yama has been able to maintain across the map. And again, Hyphy being this this primarily jungle player, being the sub in for the support here means that Yama should take advantage of every opportunity he gets to roam because you can expect a lot less coming out of Hyphy there. Let's see, Rapid moving up onto Quacker here, though.
Quacker triple.
Nice and safe under the tower, but how much damage can be dealt? That's a lot of damage. Barrick only taking a couple of tower shots. Ariandel taking one there. Yunbi is able to make his way up, but too little, too late. In the meantime, though, they're able to pick up Dragon number 2. Out goes the ultimate from Ezreal in an attempt to steal. They're not going to be able to do that, though.
Yeah, DMK
look at that shockwave! Oh, look at that shockwave! Oh,
big
Yubi
for him.
flash forward onto Barrick. It's gonna be Ariandel trying to come through the wall. It's a double buff. The W not able to come through. Now Ariandel is on the move. He's got to try to swap back here. Yubi has to do as much damage as possible, trying to wait for Barrick to come back in. A nice shield, and no way! Yubi manages to stay alive just in time for Quacker to return to lane.
He's out just like that, with the double buffs in tow, and Quacker back into the lane with the teleport as well. Will be able to defend his mid laner. I cannot believe it. Yunbi with the big shockwave kill and the escape play as well. And it's going to be a little lane swap coming through. Barrick in the mid lane, trying to catch that wave up for his team. And Quacker's going to have to crash this one topside with Ariandel running out of mana.
Yeah, running out of mana still deals a decent amount of damage. So Quacker can't push up too far, but we've got some pings now coming through from Miracle. They see DMK, they see Yama trying to navigate their way into the enemy jungle once again. Yundi has pressure here. Good response. Hyphy and Barrick are in the wings, ready to maybe make a move, and DMK looking for the opportunity to hop over the wall and start the engage here. Quacker also in the wings. They're going to be able to pick up that Scuttle Crab, and it's really just presence that is working out well for CCG.
It really is. Map presence coming in huge for them. Expecting them to keep controlling this map all the way across. See the mythic items coming up for a few members of CCG coming through here. Yunbi, pretty accelerated. Said that a few times here with the 2 kills. He's got the mythic in tow.
Gotta be careful, though.
Now.
There is massive ultimate coming out. Yubi does throw out the shockwave at the end, but there's not enough damage. Miracle finding a little bit of recovery for themselves. Let's see if Quack can do something in response to Barrick. Ooh.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if the Renekton does too much into the Gnar. I think this is a super big neutralizing matchup, but just not enough fighting. Maybe that's exactly what Barrick needs to get back into the series and take one off of Quacker, is just to neutralize him a little bit and not give him too big of a lead so he's not getting those multi-kills late into the team fights. Could be a good way to shut him down here.
We got the Essence Reaver finished up as well for this Ezreal. Obviously that Gale Force for the Xayah, best item in the game. I absolutely love using Gale Force, especially as Xayah, because you can actually reposition for the Blade Caller.
Oh yeah.
So incredibly disgusting. Even, you know, if you need it, you've also got your flash available. So a lot of opportunities to kind of readjust there. Let's take a look, though. It's another engage here. Selfish Sage trying to get some damage down. It's going to be a flash forced away. Yama on the way back in, and that's also the Ghost being utilized there by Selfish Sage, but he manages to stay alive.
Really nicely done there from Selfish Sage with both summoner spells. Gets away from the damage, and you like to see that for sure. He's got the call procced coming through here, so he'll pick up the tier 2 boots, and he is very strong on the Rift now, playing around, playing for the Rift Herald on Summoner's Rift now, able to send Yama up there with that pressure relief valve down the bot lane. There's no more plates to get off as well, so we'll see if Miracle takes the turret down. I think Surface Sage gets here in time to defend it. We'll see.
It's a lot of damage that always comes out of an Ezreal onto a tower, right, with that W buff. Looks like CCG has gotten the pressure, though, in response here towards the mid. They're not going to be able to take the tower or do as much damage here as Miracle has done to their bottom side. Ariandel working to cut off Surface Sage. Out comes the ultimate once again, and so much damage comes through, but it's Hyphy that picks up the kill.
Yeah, Hyphy picks up that particular kill, and the roam over from Ariandel, very strong. Rapid in danger now as Yunbi wants to run him down. DMK over the wall.
Oh, there it is. Dragon's Rage, but he doesn't hit the Q there. Yunbi has to take a tower shot. Rapid manages to get out alive, but down comes the Rift Herald, and that is going to be first tower for CCG, or first tower for CCG, not in the game.
That's their first tower, yeah.
Exactly. Miracle already has taken one down towards the bottom side. A nice ultimate coming out of Ezreal. No follow-up onto Yunbi.
Yeah, Rift Herald gets that charge on the inner turret as well, dealing a bunch of damage to it. Dragon up here, and CCG will angle for this one. I don't know if they have the pressure to be able to do it with Yunbi taking the reset, but they're going to establish a vision line here and try to control the area in time for Yunbi to get back. He's got the teleport. This will be the fight.
It's coming up. There's the sweep, so they weren't able to get all of the vision. Nice hit there by Yunbi. Sending Hyphy away a little bit. It's Yama on the front side looking for the engage. It's Rapid who he goes for. He's going to miss the dredge line once again. Surface Sage trying to throw out as many of those feathers as possible for the Blade Caller. Doesn't quite get the angle they're looking for, though. A nice move around here by Miracle, trying to find another opportunity to engage. This dragon is now up. CCG gets to decide whether they want to start it or not, and they are going to throw something at it. DMK begins aggression. Oh, they're just gonna. Yep. Looks like they're just gonna pressure mid. They're
play
gonna
for mid, yeah.
Yep, play for mid. Not a bad opportunity. Yama trying to maybe do something to defend this here. DMK and Surface Sage are gonna be able to do it. Yama goes in. Out comes the ultimate from Ezreal as well. Yunbi taking just way too much damage, but is able to flash away at the last moment. The dragon goes down, and the tower stays up.
Yeah, they get their cake and eat it too here. Quacker, the only one really left in danger, so they're going to sprint up top lane to try and get him down. Quacker trying to escape. I think maybe he gets out. It's going to be tight.
That's a tough one. He was trying to see if he needed to use his flash there. He was able to slice out. Unfortunately, no enemy minions, so he can't continue the dice. But he does make it out alive, and it's, you know, at the end of the day, it ends up being wasted time for Miracle.
Yeah, it will be as they all run up top side. They didn't get that mid lane turret.
There's the Feather Storm. There's the Blade Caller. And actually the Blade Caller, the reposition from that ulti. And now so close. It was the Ignite on Surface Sage that ultimately ended in their demise. A great reposition with the Gale Force though. And it's still tied up for kills.
Yeah, it's really good Zai mechanics coming through here. And we got the Zai expert on the call as well. So now we get all the mechanics called out as well there. Yeah, really cool game so far from Surface Sage on the champion. And we love to see that. Picks up the kill for himself, and he's looking strong as well here. Rapid down bot side. I don't know. Can he catch Yunbi? We'll see.
It's a nice little delay. There is still, let's see, the shockwave is available. That's Ariandel going in, and it's a beautiful shockwave. It's a lot of damage onto Rapid. Yunbi has to get out of there, but Quacker has DP'd in. That's going to pick up the Dominus is out. Yunbi looking to continue this. The shockwave already down. Quacker having used his ultimate here. Ariandel and Barrick make it out alive.
It's really well done there. The teleport from the Unleashed teleport coming through on the backside to save his mid laner. And yeah, get the kill down there for him as well. It's his first kill of the game. DMK with big plays. DMK missed the Q. Unfortunately.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. You miss a Sonic Wave or two every so often. Yama's going to find a dredge line here onto Hyphy, who's going to be able to hop over the wall. Doing some battle dancing. Barrick has that Mega Gnar form. Didn't get the opportunity to use the ultimate here or get a lockdown onto anyone, but it's a lot of ultimates down right now from CCG.
Oh no, oh
Ooh,
no.
no, go back to that. There we go. That's what we want to see. Yunbi pick up
3v1.
another kill, 3v1. In the meantime, Zai's pushing in that mid lane, and now they're looking to make a move towards the bottom. Shockwave is back up. There's the ultimate coming out of Aurelion Sol. The Shockwave not even able. There's the Shockwave that finally comes out. DMK not really able to be part of the fight, but he's going to be able to save Yunbi potentially here as Rapid continues on. Barrett flashing forward onto Quacker. Too much damage onto DMK. Hypey almost goes down. DMK manages to barely stay alive, but both of these members are likely going to go down unless there can be some sort of jump over the wall. Quacker able to slice and dice over the wall. DMK does go down after flashing. And the kills are back to being tied up again, Axeman.
Nicely done once again in the bottom side of the map. There are more wards there than there are champions on Summoner's Rift. You can see down there, it looks like a war zone, and it is a war zone. Both teams going back and forth at it. This has been a much closer game than game one. Jolly, just 1,000 gold separates this team, separates these two teams at 20 minutes. But the dragon stacking has come through for CCG, and they are starting. Well, they're on Soul, right? Then next point, we'll get them the Mountain Soul, and we'll get them a bunch of increased tank stats and give them a huge advantage on the Rift. So if you're Miracle, you want to keep that away from them at all costs.
Yeah, keep that away, and like you were saying, just try to play the scaling game, right? Because there is a peak that's kind of going to be hit here by some of these players or some of these members of the side of CCG relatively soon, right? DMK eventually going to fall off, especially when you're considering an Meteor on the opposite side, and Gnar, the A-Soul. I mean, everybody has that scaling opportunity, really, aside from Hyphy here. But it's CCG doing a really good job of kind of holding them back and utilizing the power that they have here to find some really good team fights. Now, let's see if they can continue that on, because Yunbi has been able to do a lot of damage and was finally taken down for the first time.
Certainly was here. This will be the fight over the Dragon Soul. CCG, big fight for them. They can get the advantage off of this particular fight. It'll start with a Yama hook.
You're trying to find something. Hypey goes in with the quickness and gets kicked
Get
back
the hook.
by
There it is.
There's the hook in the dredge line to follow it up. The falling star comes down. It does deal quite a bit of damage. Yama has to flash away from this one. In the meantime, Barrick manages to find an ultimate on the backside, but Rapid has taken too much damage. Sapphire Sage finding themselves a kill there, still having Gale Force up and available. Beautiful aggro rotation.
It was a 1K gold lead between the two teams before the fight, but that extends to 3K. Just before the dragon play here. They'll pick up this dragon and look to run it down the middle lane. We'll see just how much they're able to glean out of here. I think Ariandel and Azrael are pretty safe, but DMK is looking to sweep out the vision. They'll take the resets and spend the gold they got.
There is so much vision placed down here, and a lot of it was just removed from Miracle. So you're feeling pretty good as a CCG fan. Last Dance, a little bit of BM right there, just stopping DMK from getting the recall in. Must have a lot of gold to spend. He's sitting at 3-1-4 and has full health still, but still looking to make that recall go through. Actually, maybe he should peel it back, because it's 4 members. They jump onto Yama, who is able to escape from this one. That's likely mid tower going down.
Yeah, it could be the mid tower going down. That would be pretty strong for them. They're going to try to instead to set up a vision line around the Baron and potentially start that up here, threaten it anyway, and force CCG to fight into them. I think this is a good model for them. Forcing CCG to fight into Miracle is going to be good. Miracle having to force their way in is not necessarily the best plan.
So they didn't get the tower. They didn't really get anything. They got some Baron vision, but now the rest of CCG is able to go in and fight with this tower. Down comes the star again. Yama takes a lot of damage. It's a big pop-up on from Barrick to take down Yunbi. Last Dance going to be able to pick up that kill. DMK and Quacker on the backside. Yama goes back into it. A big blade caller means it's going to be enough damage here as that Gale Force does come out. Still just 1 member having gone down from either side here, but Quacker has a lot of health left. Yama has to be very careful here. And it's a move up to Baron.
Yeah, they're going to move up in the top side of the map and establish their own vision control here. That Q is super close for him. It's,
DMK. What? DMK going in onto the backside. Can the rest of the team jump in quickly enough? There's the dredge line. They're going to get a root. It's 1 down as Barrett gets locked before being able to hit that final form. And 3 members of CCG, that's all it takes for them to be able to get pressure here. Now the TP comes through. It's a Baron play. Big
pick on the Barrack. And that's going to spell Baron for them here. They're down a lot of resources, a lot of big cooldowns, a lot of summoner spells, a lot of ultimate cooldowns here as well. So several of them are going to take the reset, but they've established their vision line. They've left behind enough players to fight over that vision line, right? So they will maintain control of the top side of the map and could potentially set up this play for them in just a little bit. In 3 minutes, that Elder Dragon is going to spawn under the Rift Jolly, and this is a comeback mechanic for Miracle. If they can get that, they can win the fight and potentially get some of the base down for CCG, potentially have a chance in this game.
Yeah, I mean, really push towards that late game potential that Miracle has for themselves. It's finding good fights that's been a real challenge for them, because CCG has been so particular about how they engage these fights, how they try to disengage, and then also how they begin to re-engage, because most of these fights have had like 3 separate steps, right? It's the fight, it's a breakaway, it's a re-engage on the fight, and potentially another breakaway. So it's been very exciting to see Miracle do a better job. But once again, DMK is just trying to be rude, jumping around the backside. He's not going to be able to. Quacker used the Dominus, actually.
Yeah, Quacker with a little Dominus action there.
Not sure about that one, but that's all right. You know what?
Sometimes you just need to be bigger, I think.
Yeah, it's true. A little more
that skin, it
intimidation
looks
always
really
helps.
cool. The effect on the skin when he hits the Dominus is really cool as well. So, fight in the mid lane. Ooh, no, nothing breaking out just yet. Yama not able to connect that hook, but everybody's super healthy. They got the cooldowns up and they're ready to start up the Baron.
There we go. We either need to start a fight or you need to start the Baron here with the pressure that's coming through from Barrack. There's going to be the ultimate out of Ezreal. It hits off a Sage. There's a lot of damage going down into the Baron, but they have to transition this and turn around, start fighting as the star falls. Off a Sage takes a lot of damage. Quacker taking way too much, doesn't have the Dominus available, so he isn't going to be able to get out alive. The Featherstorm still has... They're still off cooldown for Sophist Sage. And they peel away. Baron reset. Is Miracle going to be able to re-engage on this one, or does CCG take a big step here? They're not able to find the angle that they want, and that means that Miracle is going to be able to invade the jungle, try to find a fight here. Can they gather as much as CCG has been able to off of these pushes is the big question. And can Yunbi, Sophist Sage, and DMK protect this tower? Hyphy taking quite a bit of damage here. Yama is in the wings. Sophist Sage actually going to use that flash forward. No, that was the Gale Force. Was that the Gale Force? What was that? The Gale Force is still he just walked forward. All right, my brain took a tick. I think my brain took a tick. I'm like, everything is still up there. So still a lot of opportunities available. But now that dragon is even closer to being up now. Axeman, less than a minute.
Yeah, Matrix glitched a little bit there. Yeah, Elder Dragon up in a minute. And this is something CCG can't ignore, right? You don't want to trade that Elder over. You lose a lot more when you take the Baron over the Elder. So they're going to control this bottom side of the map, try to force all of their lanes out as their lanes have been pushed up into them. And then they'll rotate down, try and take this dragon down. Again, keep in mind that the big engage tool is the Yama hook. DMK going in on the Lee Sin, and of course the shockwave from Yunbi. All things you need to watch out for in these fights.
Oh, that was the quickness drop there by Hyphy. So that's a big team fight ultimate that has gone down. And it was just so that he could escape. And that means that the upper hand is held by CCG on this engagement. And it does look like they are willing to trade. It looks like Miracle wants to swap this. They're going to take the Baron, and they are going to potentially give up the dragon here, as it looks like, Yunbi, it was a nice attempt to try to steal that one. Hyphy has the opportunity to maybe go over the wall. There's the Ezreal ult, but it's not going to be enough, and it's just an even trade. Elder Drake going over to CCG.
Yeah, I'll take the Elder Drake every single time here. They're going to catch out Hyphy.
DMK just wants to get another hit on him. Ends up flashing forward, actually, to guarantee that one. CCG finding themselves another kill. They're up a few K gold, and they want to continue this pressure forward with the teleport coming through.
Yeah, Yunbi wants to play here as well. He's going to teleport in the bottom lane and rejoin. And, yeah, they're going to look to try and end the game here, I would have to think. We'll see what ends up happening, but They have to push through the Baron minions to get through, but they got the damage to do it, that is for sure. Oh,
They have
it's
the
so
damage.
creepy.
They have the presence. Yama's gonna do a Hex Flash over. He's gonna miss the dredge line again, but that's okay. They're trying to get some tower damage here. Ezreal ult once again, just clicking Yunbi, who's okay. That means that they now have a bit more opportunity to clear out whatever's left, which is not much in the jungle. And they are going to do, oh no, you know what? Why reset when you're so healthy? Oh, Yama almost had that one. Hitting the wall, not actually getting through Hyphy. That was a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah, the Death Bush not going perfectly well for them there. They'll have to back off for the time being and look for other avenues with which to fight through as the waves continue to push in through them. I'll tell you, there's a lot of wave control on the side of Miracle, and then picking up Baron is allowing them to defend their base really, really effectively.
Yep.
And CCG might just have to wait out that Baron power play, which is going to give over a lot of gold back to Miracle.
Yeah, a lot of gold. The fortunate thing for CCG is they were able to clear out a lot of the jungle. So while Miracle is going to be able to get that pressure from those Baron minions, they're not really able to recover a ton from the map itself. Vision still held pretty defiantly towards the bottom side by CCG, and we're looking at just over a 4K gold lead. So, you know, this is absolutely not out of the hands of Miracle. They have the chance and the opportunity to run this one back. You just have to be so careful with the positioning coming out of DMK and Yama, because they have been able to find out these picks that have resulted in the ability to find a team fight for CCG.
Certainly here as well, and the issue for Miracle as well here too is that when they try to go for these picks, that Mountain Soul is protecting each member of CCG with the shield as well, so it gets that much harder to go for the picks for Miracle here. But that's what you have to look for if you want to make the comeback in the game, and it's so difficult for them here. Ooh. Oh, this is killer positioning.
Oh, there's Yama finally finds it. The quickness comes in. There's the shockwave. Down comes the Star Quacker. Finds one onto the backside. He does have Dominus active. He's got to flash away. He's going to be able to slice in, but he's not able to utilize anything more. He's got the Prowler's Claw pickup, so he did a lot of damage. Beautiful Blade Caller there coming out of Sophist Stage, who has ghosted Barrick. He's going to be able to go into stasis temporarily, but it's only for a moment. It's going to offer a double kill to Yunbi, and this should be the end of the game. The death timer's just too long right now for Miracle, and there's enough pressure coming out of CCG. Ariandel, the only member left alive.
Certainly is here. They're going to walk through the bottom lane to get into the middle lane here. They didn't have a wave for themselves, so I don't know if they're going to be able to end, but they're going to definitely take an inhib down. If they had those waves pushing out, I think they could have potentially done it. They have a lot of damage coming through here, but they are definitely going to get the inhib and take the reset through. And it looks like we're in it for the long haul here, Jolly. Another Elder Dragon will spawn over the next 2 minutes. We're going to have to fight over that. We're going to have to trade it for the Baron potentially here as well. We're going to have to wait through the Baron. This looks like an over 40-minute game to me.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that, though. You know, there is the opportunity for either of these teams. It's going to be a little bit harder for Miracle if they do manage to get it clear to actually end the game, but these death timers are so long right now that you really have to be careful. It's good vision that's been placed down that has mostly been cleared out now by Miracle, so, you know, there's not that huge upper hand that CCG has anymore. The pings are coming out, though. Miracle wants to find out a pick. They want to be able to take down at least one member. DMK might be their target. Yama, Soak the Sage, though, are in the wings, ready to retaliate. Down comes Yunbi, and there's just not enough exposure here for Miracle to actually commit to a fight.
Yeah, not quite enough to commit so far. You're looking at CCG pushing slowly out into the jungle here, trying to establish vision lines, but I think you have to play for the Baron for both sides here. I don't know if the Elder is necessarily going to do it. The wave clear gives you the ability to do that for Miracle, but no, we see the teleports coming out for CCG and Miracle fully back off. I wonder if they're going to get either of these objectives at all here over the next minute. They still have time to try and establish those vision lines, though.
They do have time. That was a lot of damage there onto Barrick. Yunbi really popping off here. That TP is down. There's a few flashes that are up. Yama wants to go in for the fight. The star drops. Out goes the Ezreal ultimate. It's a nice shockwave, but it is Yama who ends up going down first. They were able to provide enough damage, though. Whacker trying to find another way back in. Ariandel as the next target. Yunbi taking quite a bit of damage here from this Ezreal, but they can turn it around. Soft stage able to get back in. Barrick takes down DMK. He manages to stay alive with a tick of health, and it's 1 member left up versus 3 members, and there's a lot of damage here for those 3 on CCG.
Oh yeah, CCG definitely closes out here, Jolly. We get the 2-0. Let's go.
Let's go. And you know what? I am very happy that we got a much longer game for game number 2. Game number 1, if you don't recall, was under 25 minutes. Quacker's going to say, all right, might as well get another one. Let's pad the stats here. Yumby not going down thanks to the stopwatch. Sophist Sage now just has to hit the Nexus here. Hypey actually going to have to use their stopwatch of their own, and now they're just playing with their food as Yumby picks up the ace, and just like that, it's a clean 2-0 for CCG.
We love to see it. That's what I'm talking about, CCG fans. That's what we like to see. The quick well, not that quick. 35-minute game. It's not super quick. It's definitely a 2-0 here for CCG, and big plays from every single member of this team. So excited for this roster moving forward in this group, but we take game off of Miracle. Let's go.
That was it was hard fought, you know. In Miracle, the growth that we saw between games 1 and 2 was absolutely there, but it was oppression really from CCG when it came to control. It was so difficult for Miracle to find a single fight that they were actually wanting to take, that they were willing to move forward on, because CCG was navigating around the rift so well. They had vision control for most of the game, and they also were able to get DMK into the enemy jungle constantly to pick up some extra pressure. So I love to see it. We get a 24-minute game, we get a 34-minute game, 2 really solid ones, and I like to see the improvement in Miracle, but I like to see the improvement in CCG more.
Yeah, I absolutely do here. Okay, let's talk MVP here
MVP.
for the roster. For me, the Quacker game 1 was so standout, and I just love the multi-kills so much. I am super biased towards Olaf, though. It's one of my favorite champions. I feel like maybe Sophist Sage in the running, too. How are you feeling, Jolly?
Yeah, I do think Sophist Sage, did an incredible job. I think when it comes to, if we break it down and, essentially add points for each game, I think not only was Quacker's performance in the first one really good, I loved he ran the Prowler's Claw. He ran Bork, Prowler's Claw, Sorel does, So I like the style. So I might, I'm leaning towards Quacker. Also because, you know what? Not like I get bored seeing the same champion twice in a row, but that does kind of happen. So as well as Yunbi did, Yunbi performed incredibly well. You got the Orianna twice. Same with DMK. DMK is the reason, right, that these games were won. At the end of the day, DMK's initiations and being able to constantly get back behind the enemy line and then Dragon Rage kick somebody, into the hands of the damage dealers. It's a tough one. But I gotta say, if I had to, I would say I had most fun watching Quacker.
I'm leaning back towards Quacker as well. You made some good points about DMK. I kind of feel like, oh man, take away. Everybody in this team is so good, man. I hate it.
It's almost too good, right? It makes
for me,
hard.
My heart says Quacker. There's so many good performances, but I gotta give it to Quacker. So are we in? Is it unanimous? Are we both on Quacker?
I think we can agree on that.
Let's go.
We'll do Quacker. We are going to be able to do an interview though with one of the players here for CCG. I don't know who we have. We might be getting Quacker. Excellent.
Get him in.
We'll have to see if we've got a video for him. Are we just heading straight into that? Are we taking a break? What are we doing?
Quacker, is that you?
Is that Quacker?
I can hear you. I can hear you through the video ninja link, dude. I don't think we're quite ready yet to hear your thoughts just yet. Production's gonna let us know in just a second once they have that set up. They got a bunch of cool stuff that they're doing. But once we drag you in, are you in the lobby, the CCG channel lobby? Now go ahead and get in there, and then we'll drag you over. Here we go.
Awesome. Quacker
He's
in
in
here.
there now, so
Quacker.
go ahead.
Yeah, Quacker is certainly quacked. I think we've seen plenty of that.
Quacker, we just nominated you MVP, dude. How do you feel about the series? %. Nah, don't worry about it, dude. We are all good there, but we did. Quacker was telling us he felt good about the series. Game 2 is a little bit harder, though. So we're going to hear more from him in just a second here. Yeah, but we did nominate you MVP here, man. Yep. Thank you so much for joining us for an interview. Do you want to just tell us one more time how you felt about the series overall?
I love it. Yeah. I gotta ask, regarding your champion pool, there was definitely, especially in that second game, you had the Gwen ban out, you had the Darius ban out. Is it possible to ban you out, or is your champion pool just never ending? Oh no.
Quacker's telling us that every time they try to ban him out, that they try to ban him out like he's a one trick or something, and it just doesn't work. So they'll like ban Gwen or something, like it's the only champion he's got, and he just pulls out another champion and plays it just as well.
You banned my OTP,
I have 2 or 3 other OTPs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's like a 3-trick pony.
Yeah. I love to hear that. Let's see. We have Quacker's audio now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have Quacker's audio. What's up? Say hi to the stream, I guess, Quacker. We've been talking a while, but I guess they can hear you now.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, cool stuff, man. Go ahead, Jolly. Sorry.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to kind of continue, because we kind of cut him off in that thought of just talking about your champion pool. That's quite cool.
I guess I didn't have too much else, but yeah, it's like I think even that game. I mean, they had 3 top bans, so it just wasn't enough. I mean, I was really well known for my Renekton last year, so.
And you like that the Prowler's Claw? I love the Prowler's Claw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something that you always stick with for the Renekton?
I don't think it's necessarily every game, but I think in that game specifically, I just felt like it was the best. So I opted for it. Yep. It's definitely harder to play because you're just very squishy, but if you can make the situations work, which I did like a couple times in that game, so yeah, it all worked out.
Yeah, you were dodging Gnar stuns and stuff with the Prowler's Claw, man. It was so cool to see. On that that last fight, one of the last fights there, when it was split, everybody else on the team was on the top side of the river, and you were on the bottom side, and it was like 4v1, and you were trying to get away. So cool, dude. You had the Dominus proc, just 1v9ing everybody. Was such a cool moment. But honestly, my favorite moment was in game 1, the triple kill under turret. What were you feeling as you went like through that play? Like, what's going through your mind as you're making a play like that?
Well, to be honest, like that game, I was kind of just scratching my head because I blinded Olaf, which it's like kind of legal, it's like kind of allowed, but Olaf has some pretty bad matchups. But he ended up the other top laner Barrick. He just picked Jace, which I think is actually a pretty good matchup for Olaf. So the whole game, I was just scratching my head like, why did they pick this? And then when I saw that opportunity, I was like, okay, it's time to punish them for that mistake. So it's time to kill them all. Oh.
And it happened twice. You got 2 incredible triple kills. There was another one towards that top side that you got where, Axeman and I were just, oh my gosh, just so good. Can you talk to me a little bit about, CCG and, how as an organization they've kind of helped you, supported you. How do you feel with CCG?
I've been very happy with them, to be honest. I mean, I think as far as I understand, they're just a completely new org to the space, like NA Amateur. So definitely didn't know what to expect coming in, but after playing with them it's only been a few weeks, but everything seems great. They seem very motivated. They seem very supportive. There's a lot of content coming out, and I think it's pretty quality, so no complaints. I'm very happy. Yeah.
100%, man. We got the skin raffles coming out too. Did you enter the skin raffle, man?
I did not. I mean, I have League unlocked on my main account, so I don't really care
That makes
Or
sense. I don't even know why I asked.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know what? You deserve the W. Let's give somebody else the skin. Plus,
yeah,
yeah, you
someone
got
else.
everything.
Yeah,
Whatever.
someone else have more use for that. So
All right, I gotta ask then. I gotta ask who you are excited about playing up against, and where you guys think that you're going to lie. Right? Definitely top 8. Do you guys think that you're gonna knock into top 4?
I mean, there are definitely some good teams, but I definitely do think top 4 is not just possible, but likely. I think
Yep.
right now we're kind of on a tear, and if we keep that up, then top 4 is very realistic possibility. And then beyond that, I think based on like what I know about my limits as a player, and then some of my teammates, I think we can definitely even like contend for the first place. Now, I'm not saying that's like gonna come easily, but I think it's just a possibility to look out for and to strive for. So yeah.
Love to hear that.
Hell yeah, man. We love the confidence. It's so cool. Yeah, in the group, anybody in the group you're worried about? You got Mirage, you got Team Plink. Where do we put ourselves, CCG, in this group?
Yeah, so I think we're the highest seed in the group. And then Team Plink is kind of like a toss up, I think, like a question mark, because even though they're like lower seeded, I think they're the type of team that can pull up like an insane upset. So definitely looking out for that and making sure we just like show up on the day on the match against them, so that nothing, no like shenanigans happen or whatever. And then the other team I think is Mirage Alliance, which I think they're pretty close to our seed, so other people consider them close to us. But honestly, looking at like their top side, I'm not too scared. So I think I'll just hear an easy
What we
win.
like
Yeah.
to hear. Yes,
Let's
I love
go.
the confidence. All right, and you know what? Speaking of confidence, we have that MVP. Well, we've got you on the call. We have that MVP screen. We were talking about it. So well. But I like to see the versatility. I think that's the thing that really leaning in your direction is seeing that versatility. You know, DMK obviously popped off. He's Lee for him is, you know, that's a classic. He's just so good at it. But I like to see, you know, how deep your champion pool is. So well deserved. I think, you know, round of applause here for Quacker. And, you know, I'm really excited to see where this team continues to move on.
100% Quacker. With that, we're going to move towards the end of the broadcast. Thank you for the interview, bro. Always appreciate hearing from you. It's so hype having you on the roster, man, and getting to talk to you about stuff. Yeah, thanks, and we'll get through the end of the broadcast here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Quacker.
All right.
Great guy. Great guy.
Love that guy.
That's you know what? Those are my favorites, where there is there is some humility. But for the most part, it is just straight confidence, and it's well deserved, right? I haven't seen a team kind of pop up like this and just be so overwhelmingly ahead of the game as CCG. It's been a long time for me. You know, it hasn't been since like collegiate teams, you know, kind of coming in and taking over out of nowhere. But now we get to see CCG continue to climb. And you know what? Again, shout out to Miracle. You guys played really well, right? But man, it's hard to stand up against these players.
It is so hard. This is such a stacked roster. I will say it every single time. We are absolutely top 4, punching way outside our weight class. We're seated so low every time, but we're gonna prove it. We're gonna make the grade 100%. I love watching this team. Jolly, I love casting with you today. That was so much fun, for sure. And this was a lot of fun series. If you're looking for something to watch soon, I'm gonna be over on the Salty Runback pod. We're gonna be casting more games over there in just a little bit. Follow me on Twitter at Axman87Cast. Follow Jolly on Twitter at JollyCast, and you can follow us more there on that website. But yeah, thanks so much, Jolly. Love casting with you.
Yeah, it was an absolute blast. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thanks to the teams for playing. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty more content for you coming out of CCG and a lot more coverage of these players moving forward. So we appreciate everybody who watched. Thank you, Axeman. Wonderful cast. And until next time, have a great day, guys.